This is chapter 56, Metatron and the Flow in Sacred Geometry. Now, I started the scene off with this sun up there, just so that you would know that it's really bright here. And even though I am sitting in the shade and getting these little pieces of hair out of my face, oh my God, how crazy is that? That's why I have on sunglasses. And my hair is weird because I wanted to go for this walk. I'm doing an interview in about an hour and felt it of value to clear my head. So my hair blows in my face when I walk because the wind always follows me, and that distracts me from staying focused or even staying just clear. And also I'm just going to sweat because I'm going to be walking for a while. I'm about 1.25 miles out from my original destination. I left at exactly 11:11 on purpose. And so, thus the weird hair. So, I do have eyes. See, I do have them. They're there. But I squint a lot when the sun gets in them. And so I didn't want to distract you, the viewer, from my weirdness. So here we go. On the way here, I called out and said, I know that the topic I want to talk about is Metatron, and you'll hear why in like a second. And I asked for more, help me focus. Where should I guide this? How should I present it? And immediately, literally immediately, my stomach just got all woozy, almost like, you're nauseous. But I knew it was the energy coming in. And energy of late in the last month, especially in the last few weeks, comes to me in that kind of a way. It almost makes me feel off balance. That feeling you have when you have the flu and you take a step and it takes a millisecond for your body to catch up with the actual movement. You feel off balance. I'm not sick, and these do pass, and the wave was gone within 30 seconds. And it was followed by this sound that you hear over here of this wood chopper. I'm assuming that's what it is. And I was like thinking, oh great, I'm going to this spot where I can really focus and concentrate and be contemplative and impart my wisdom. And I'm going to have this annoying sound in the background. But then I actually began to feel it. It's vibration literally in the air. I could feel it. What else can I say? I don't really have words for these kinds of things. And that made me realize that its frequency was vibrating into my space. Then behind me, leaves started rustling forward. And my first thought was, I'm not alone. That's like a sign that they're with me, put it that way. I can't think of the right words. But I'm not alone. And, it's them scurrying forward, using the wind. And then again, vibration, movement, flow, which was what I wanted to talk about. So I still feel it. It's not as intense, but the message came through. And I hope that in a way that the sound vibrates for you. Maybe if you put on earbuds or headphones, you might just feel it. Who knows, I'm just throwing that out there. Because it's the frequency, it's the vibration that is part of sacred geometry. And I felt compelled to do this chapter today, because yesterday I posted on the One Harrieth Project's Facebook page an image, the actual image. It's a ping file, PNG, so it's transparent, and the only thing that comes through are the dark colors. The rest is transparent. And that was the actual file I used to lay on top of the 1HP's logo, which is a sigil, created by a powerful thinker, a man of heart, who in the spring of 2017 decided to utilize the concept of a sigil to create something that had value to them. And the message within that sigil, the letters used, look up sigil and you'll know what I'm talking about. To create the sigil, the phrase he used was, "The pathway is open." That is why, that is the 1 HP's, what's the word? Message. I know there's another word for it, but that's why we use that. Because when I saw the image that he created, which was an egg shape, and within that, written on a piece of like paper bag, you know, the brown paper, and had this symbol within that egg shape, I was instantly drawn to it. I could feel it, like I'm feeling the energy. Everything has energy. So anyway, to get to the point, I decided, it kind of came to me, I felt compelled to update the image because I felt like I cracked the egg. I felt like through the writings on the website, of which most are dated, but there's a whole plethora of them, that we've moved from each of the categories to one I would now call frequency. And it's more cosmic, more infinite, that is a more global, planetary, circular image that had, you know, a 3D depth of field to it, felt right. So I was playing with it. And as I can't remember where this image came from, but it was within a dream. And I had had this vivid dream days before, and saw this shape, and then spent a few days trying to find it through Google, because how do you do that, you know, when all you have is a dream and something in your head? But I did. I eventually found it, and I recognized it for the image in my dream. So I looked it up, and it represents the Archangel Metatron, but it is also a sacred geometric shape. And it has to do with the flow of energy in the universe. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. So I took this shape and laid it on top of the newly in draft form creation of the 1 HP sigil, and it fit amazingly. Each of the circles seemed to fit a certain point on the image. The lines, you know, I'll call them the feet, you know, the bottom prongs of the sigil stood on certain lines at the bottom of the geometric shape, and it felt like it was a perfect match, that it was meant to be there. So I've infused its energy into that updated sigil logo. And it's stayed with me. You can't hardly see it unless you're really looking for it, which was really the purpose for me. But yesterday afternoon, I was compelled by whatever grabs me, and I decided to post it on the Facebook page. This morning when I woke up, I got a cup of coffee, you know, did my stretching, because I'm old. You got to stretch just to be able to walk around these days, and especially when it's cold. And I took my coffee outside, turned off the outside lights that remain on overnight at my friend's house. Sat out there and just listened to the morning sounds, the birds in volume. Wow, the mornings are so beautiful here. And then I went inside, grabbed my book. I think it's called The Conference of the Birds by Attar, A-T-T-A-R, I believe, or A-I-R. It was written in 1100. And wow, you should read it if you can find a great translation. I have a hair somewhere. Here we go. And read that for a while, and then went inside and knew that I had a few minutes before the rest of the folks in the house would wake up. And so I turned on YouTube, because I'd gotten a notification of a video having been put up there. And it was the daily energy of the collective, and then individual signs and a quickie one card. Well, the energy of the collective, the first card she pulled was Archangel Metatron. And I'm going to insert here probably that clip from Veronica from Intuitive Pathways. Thank you, Veronica, for sharing that.
All right, April 13th, 2020 collective. First card, come on. It's the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Look at that light. It is really blinding in person. Okay, beautiful. Your third eye. This is also the ability to connect psychically. I believe we all have the ability. Some of us either can hear it, some of us can't hear it, see it, whatever. I feel like you're being challenged to connect with your inner self, higher self, your inner voice, whatever that may ring true for you, or whatever that is for you. I can't talk today. It's Monday. All right. If that resonates for you, you'll know. What I mean by being challenged is that you're going to get a bunch of downloads and you really are supposed to listen to yourself, basically.
And it was, for me, not only confirmation of the use of that sacred geometric symbol for the overlay of the updated cosmic version, circular 3D version of the logo, the sigil logo, but also of the fact that I posted it yesterday. And that's how things happen for me. Messages come, they're confirmations, they are actions. And there is a wave through the universe of energy that is associated with that sacred geometric symbol. And as I walked here and asked for more, how should I focus this? I got a wave of sickness in my belly, which was immediately followed by a physical feeling that I could feel that sound wave vibration on my physicality as I walked, to the wave of wind that brushed the leaves to me, signifying you are not alone. We heard you, and this is the direction you may want to consider. To where I am now, where I feel it. I'm sitting on the ground. I feel it under me. I feel it in the air. And frequency is our method of connecting to that unseen, to our own individual energies, and to all that is. And I'll leave it there. Have a wonderful day. I had to add this supplement. Do you hear it? Neither do I. The moment I hit the button to stop recording, the sound, that chopper stopped. I'm like blown away. Again, another confirmation from the universe that this is how it works. That was it. I just wanted to share that. The quiet. Listen to the quiet. Have a great day.